Well, it was a surprise to me. Some people plan and have a long dream to do this, but this was never my dream or idea. The Nebraska Synod of the ELCA was wanting to ramp up their companion synod, sister church relationship with the Northern Diocese of the Lutheran Church in Tanzania. They came to our health system and asked if we would like to get involved. And we asked them, well, 2 questions. Where is Tanzania? And 2, what's going on in healthcare? It really grabbed hold of me. I'm still trying to figure that out exactly. So I agreed to go as a loaned executive for a couple years, fully intending to return to my work with the health system. And somehow it just has never happened. So now it's 17 or so years later, and I'm still mostly living there. If there's one nurse for every 2,800 Tanzanians, the need for nurses and other health care and just health care in general is hugely important. And every time you help an individual, you help that person, you touch all the people that they will touch through their whole career. The key 3 areas that we've kind of focused on, one was building homes, which I never imagined we would do. Very small, safe, dry houses for people who are very poor, living in, even by African standards, terrible housing, and they have a health condition. That's one. We built the orthopedic surgery center, and we're up to over 20,000 procedures we've done now. And for many of those people, they would have got no care or lousy care. So that's been a big thing. And then creating the nursing school and all the infrastructure for that, and now continuing to help kids, because there's so many want to come, qualified to come, but couldn't afford it. So this makes it go. So Lord of Love has had a hand in all of those things. When I was going to do this, I asked if I would be in some way a representative in the wider world for Lord of Love, and that's been a very positive thing as well. So every few years I get to talk about what we're doing over there. And I'd say that what we are doing, because it's all of us together.
I was really excited and very proud when I was going to show, or able to show our garden to the Garden Club of Omaha. Now, I don't know who invited them, but after the viewing it, we went into church, we talked some garden stuff, answered questions, and the last subject to come up was critters. Now a rabbit will mow down, just out of the ground, carrots or beans in the blink of an eye, and a raccoon, they will ruin 2 or 3 ears of sweet corn before they decide to have a good one. So that meant we needed to do something, and we decided to put up a fence. Now, as I remember, whoever pounded in the metal posts hit the water line in 2 or 3 different places, which caused some repair. But at any rate, up went the fence. Under the fence went the rabbits, and over the fence went the raccoons, which led then to 3 strategically placed electric wires around the bottom, all the way around the bottom of the fence. I have been known to deliver to maybe like 7 different places in Omaha. Most of them have been food pantries, but I have also taken some produce to the Table Grace Cafe. And at one time I took some produce to a house for abused women in Carter Lake. But the vast majority of our produce goes to Project Hope. I know that they appreciate it, because sometimes, when I back in, even before I'm out of the truck, they come out the back door with 2 carts and 2 people, and they're ready to help unload the truck with the produce.
A church in western Nebraska had something called Laundry Love, and what they did is they gave quarters out to people, and so they could do their laundry. So what we thought instead was, what could we do to enhance the food pantries in Omaha, because they do not have many personal items. So we decided we would augment the food pantries with those items, and that's how Loads of Love came to be. Our first event was held in July 2019. The items were donated by the congregation. We served 17 families, and that came to a total of 47 individuals. Our second event was in November 2nd of 2019, At that event, we had 96 families, and we served 345 people. So this was growing by leaps and bounds in 2 events. We had a bulletin board with some envelopes with designated amounts of money to donate, and people would pick an envelope and do that. People also brought items to the church to donate. People went to their places of employment and asked for grants money and did that. And people used Thrivent Choice dollars. Then in 2020, the pandemic hit, and that's when our church was closed. So we decided to have a drive-up event. We prepared 100 bags. Those bags were gone in 40 minutes. So the second outside event we had, we put 150 bags together. Those were gone in 45 minutes. So the volunteers said, look, we need more bags, so we decided we would come up with 200 bags. In the last 4 drive-up events, we had 200 bags made. Those went in about an hour and a half, and at each of those, we served about 750 people. This place is phenomenal. I mean, you say you have a need, and they go, okay. It's just not even a question. They just do it, and that is, I mean, I can't tell you how blessed we are. And we couldn't do it without generous people. I mean, they bring things, they volunteer their time, they donate money. It's because they have big hearts. Jacob and Gracie volunteer now. They see it as a fun thing to do, but we're also, encouraging them and teaching them that you serve God by helping.